Only way to know if you and your date are on the same page is to be open and candid about your beliefs, your plans, and your expectations. Hi everybody, this is Life with Leonard and welcome to another episode. Now on this channel, if you are new here, I strive to motivate and inspire you to become the best version of yourself. And if that type of content interests you, can I kindly ask you, if you haven't, to please subscribe to my channel, like this video and share it. Now all those good things are good for the YouTube algorithms, and that way we would grow and we would be able to reach more people who you and I both know would be able to benefit from the contents of these videos. We live in an ever-evolving society, but few things remain constant. To this day, women are judged way harsher on their body count than men. And it is a double standard, but I mean, such is life. You might ask, why does it matter so much if a girl is a virgin or not, but not so much if a guy is a virgin? Now, men and women have different expectations for their partner's sexual histories. While men, they generally prefer their girlfriends or wives to have fewer to no previous partners. Women, on the other hand, generally expect men to have had a greater number of partners. There are exceptions to this, of course, but it seems to be the norm, the status quo. And women with subjectively higher body counts are frequently looked down upon or even shamed for their choices. Men with higher body counts, they are almost given a free pass or even praised for this behavior. It's not fair, as I mentioned, but I don't make the rules. When you are dating as a virgin, specifically in your 20s, that knowledge that you might have to come out about your virginity to a prospective partner, it can feel like a laden weight or even a burden. Though you might be tempted to let the cat out of the bag on your first date, but that's not really necessary. You see, timing around disclosure, that is very important. This isn't something that you have to share with someone, unless, of course, you are seriously considering having sex with them soon. Often people feel as though this is something they just have to get off their chest and rush to share it in a way that isn't helpful for you or your potential love interest. So my advice to you is, you first need to get comfortable with what virginity means to you. Now, no matter the reason you haven't had sex or don't want to have sex, it can be really helpful to get comfortable with your virginity before wading into the dating pool. Now, the more that you can feel comfortable and confident and even compassionate about the fact that you haven't had sex yet, the easier it will be for you to navigate it with a potential sexual partner. It's really important for you to get comfortable, as I mentioned, with this about yourself. It's also important to define what virginity means to you, as this concept isn't as black and white as one might generally perceive. So it could be worth figuring out how you define it and how your partner does too. Secondly, be clear about what you want out of a potential relationship. You should both be on the same page in terms of sex. Well, it goes without saying. When you are dating anyone, it's important to be upfront and truthful about what you are looking for in a relationship, and this also applies to sex. If you want to wait until marriage to have sex, you may want to be clear about that. If you'd potentially be open to the idea of having sex, that could also be worth discussing with your partner. We tend to make assumptions about dating and sex, but there is no one size fit all approach. So the only way to know if you and your date are on the same page is to be open and candid about your beliefs, your plans, and your expectations. You don't need to over-explain as to why you haven't had sex yet. If you've opted to delay or abstain from sex, that's your prerogative. You don't have to. You shouldn't have to apologize and you shouldn't have to explain yourself. Just as someone who opts to have sex at an earlier age does not need to explain or rationalize their choices. My point here is that you shouldn't feel compelled, and please get this, to justify your decision to remain a virgin or explain the circumstances that surround your virginity. I mean, it's your body, firstly, your life, your choice. Remember that. Be prepared to encounter people with different sexual needs and, of course, expectations. It's common for partners' sex drives and desires to be out of sync. There is no perfect fit, and I mean, it goes without saying, and that's why dating is a process of finding a romantic partner who can meet most of your needs and expectations. If your preferences don't quite mesh and the person that you are seeing isn't willing to respect your choices, you may not be a great match. Stay confident in your decision and make sure that if you do decide to have sex, that it was your intuitive choice. And if you are ready to have sex, know what you want out of that first experience. Now, being comfortable with someone can make it easier to talk about sex. If you feel that you are ready to have sex, it's important to have clarity about what you want from your first sexual experience. Now, there is no single right answer here. Maybe you want your first time to be with someone that you really care about and trust, but it's equally possible that what really matters to you is simply having that first experience and starting to explore your sexuality. Should you choose this option, just remember what I said earlier about perceptions. All in all, and this is the message here, the important thing is that you and your partner have clear expectations about having sex and that you are emotionally comfortable. Thank you so much, everybody, for once again joining me on today's episode. I sincerely hope that this episode was of value to you. And if it was, firstly, let me know in the comment section below. I appreciate when you comment. I always like to interact with you all, and I do my utmost best to respond to all of you. And if you like this type of content and would like some more of it, please remember to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, and to share it. And also, there's a thank you button below. You can click on it if you would like to financially contribute to the success of this channel. And thank you so much for those of you who are already contributing on a monthly basis. It really motivates and inspires me to bless you with more quality content. And just before I go, subscribing, two things. Firstly, it is absolutely free. You can just click on that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen, and please remember to hit the all notifications, and that way you would be notified and you won't miss out whenever I upload new videos. Thank you so much, everybody. I see you in the next episode. Stay blessed.